Hey there. Welcome back. Today we have a couple of mystery packages to open that contain surprise books. I have done mystery date with a book videos the past 2 Februaries because my library usually has a display of mystery unmarked books that you can take. Blind date with a book, they call it. And you get to have a surprise book that you might not otherwise have chosen. So I imagine my library will do that again next month, and I'll make a video with that. But these books were both Christmas gifts to me. This one sounds like a hardback, I think. One was from my mother-in-law and one from my sister-in-law, and they both bought them at different craft fairs. So I guess this is getting to be like a trendy thing to sell at craft fairs and in gift shops and things are mystery books wrapped up with some goodies. And I just think it's really fun. And you know that I love any excuse to unwrap something with you. I mean, this is literally a brown paper package tied up with string, and not to be cliche, but it is one of my favorite things. And so this one is a little more ornate in its decorations. The other one is a little more simple. But I just thought we could open them together and I could show you what books I get. And I have no idea if they will be books that I will like or not, but I will give them a try and then maybe I'll come back and talk to you about them since I want to do more book review videos this year. So I just thought this would be fun to do together. So this first one, you can see, is wrapped in brown paper, as I said, and it has lots of little goodies stuck to the front of it. It has lots of little goodies stuck to the front of it, which we will go through and remove one at a time very carefully. But then on the back, it also has some information about the book, like a little teaser about the book. So that says, okay, it says Pretty Wrapped Pages, Blind Book Teaser. And then the person has filled in some of the qualities of this book. So the genre is contemporary romance, and as you know, I've discussed many times on this channel that I have a, love-hate relationship maybe with romance novels because they can be fun and uplifting, but it drives me crazy when there's some conflict and the characters just aren't being honest and aren't talking about it, and there's like misunderstanding after misunderstanding after misunderstanding, and sometimes I just get impatient and I'm like, why can't you just be honest and direct with each other? So I can enjoy romance novels sometimes, as I have shared in previous book videos, but for better or for worse, oh my gosh, I'm making so many bad romance puns in this video already, and we're just getting started. For better or for worse, this is a contemporary romance novel. Tropes, okay, I guess it's saying what tropes it contains, and for tropes it says grumpy/sunshine. So I guess that means maybe like one character's really cranky and the other one's really cheerful. I'm not exactly sure what that means. If you know what grumpy/sunshine means as a trope, tell me. Oh, and then there is a quotation from the book, one-liner tease, and the quote is, "Push yourself, don't settle. Just live well. Just live. Okay, we're getting a little anti-mame-ish here. I do love, the idea of living fully. I love the quotation from Mame, from Anti-Mame, life is a banquet and most poor fools are starving to death. So I like the idea of a book that is focusing on living life to the fullest. Oh, and this is funny. It has a spice rating. It could have one of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 peppers, and this one only has 1 pepper, so, not very spicy, but that's okay. That's okay. And it has 410 pages. Okay. So that's what we know about this book so far. Okay, so let's get into this lovely little package. It's wrapped very beautifully in this brown paper. Now there are stickers on the front here, which I guess maybe have already been stuck, so I don't know if I can use those again. This one says, all I need, I might as well trace it, all I need is coffee and good books. A good book. And it's very cute with a little coffee cup. It's very cute with a little coffee cup, with a little coffee cup, with a little coffee cup, and I like that. It's cute. So we'll peel that off. Okay, and that's cute. That's got a little bit of stick. A little bit of stick. A little bit of stick left to it. So maybe I could stick that onto something else. I mean, I don't drink coffee, but it is a cute little sticker. Now this one I really like because this shows a black cat with a book, and I have a black cat, my dear Yorichi, and so I like the black cat with a book sticker. So let's peel this one off. Okay, and maybe I'll try to re-stick that somewhere. These are thick stickers. They're kind of like cardboard. And actually, I think she just taped them. I think they're just little cardboard things with double-sided tape on the back of them. So, or the person who did this. So, maybe I can reuse that. Then there's this little sticker, which is held on by a clip, which has not been peeled yet, which is a little dinosaur, I guess. A dinosaur holding a stack of books. A dinosaur holding a stack of books. I guess it's a dinosaur. It's very cute. That's very cute, and it's kind of sparkly. It's kind of sparkly. So that I can put on something. That'll be fun. A bit of stickery sounds. Yeah, maybe these are like little scrapbooking pieces. Like I said, they're just kind of cardboard that have sticky tape on the back of them, so I probably can reuse these for something. My little sticky friends. It's a nice sound. I think Foxy might be going up and down the steps. But I'm not going to. I'm going to try not to edit this video. Try to keep it casual and chill. Alright, so put those little stickers down. And then it says on the front here, pretty wrapped pages, blind date with a book. And then we've got this sort of fancy seal here on the front. It's very fancy, very fancy. And some things up here. So there's a pen, just a red pen. Some good clicky pen sounds. Don't know if it has a red ink or not. Maybe we should try it out. It has one of those little things. Is that what that is? One of those little like rubber tips on the end that you have to take off. to get it to write, I think. That's what it is. I don't think I'm breaking it. Am I breaking it? Okay. Oh, maybe I'll just try writing with it. Maybe I am breaking it. Alright, let's see. I'm going to try drawing a little heart here on the front. Nope, that's one of those little... It's not writing, it's not writing. Okay, it is one of those little rubber tips that you have to take off. Okay, well, maybe that will require some more attention. Attention, attention, attention. Are you coming off, little rubber tip? Okay, there we go. I think I'm getting it. This is, again, no editing. This is the real deal. How do we get into things? Okay, so we've got this pen, and I will draw a heart for you. Okay, it's just a nice standard black pen. Doesn't really seem to be writing very well. Who knows how long it was on there. But it makes a good writing sound. Oh, there we go. There we go. We've got a few squiggles. We've got a few squiggles and a few hearts. There we go. Seems to be going. Seems to be going. Okay. So we have a nice, useful pen here. Came in with this package. And this very cute little paper clip that was holding that dinosaur sticker on there. And it's a little tiny paper clip with a little heart in it. So that's pretty cute. I will keep that as a little thing to use here on my desk. Pretty cute, pretty cute. And then there's a little package. Oh, will that come out, or do I have to unwrap it first? Maybe I need to keep unwrapping. That looks like a little package of those flags that you can use to mark pages. But okay, so I think now we may have to open the package. So if this is, okay, I think I'll just slide this down off the package. And then I can open it up. I did bring my scissors in case I needed them, but I think I could just open this. Okay. Open it up this way. And this is indeed one of the little pack of like sticky note flags that you can use to mark pages, which are nice to have. I think that's what these are. Yeah, they're little packs of like little flags that you can use. Some nice orange ones, so that'll be nice to use. And then if I keep opening the package here on this side, it's very prettily geometrically wrapped. There's some more stuff in here. Oh, there's a hot cocoa packet. Let's see. Okay, there's a hot cocoa packet. Some Swiss Miss. So I can have a cup of cocoa with my book. I am drinking a lot of cocoa. This time of year. So that's nice, a little cocoa pack. And then there is this little group of things. One, they're held together with this magnetic bookmark. Little yellow magnetic bookmark. It's kind of hard to open and close. I was seeing if I could make a clicky sound with it, but there you go, little magnetic yellow bookmark. And then there are some other little bookmarks. This little bookmark that says, just one more page, or two, just one more page or two, if you are reading your book and get tied up in it and don't want to stop reading, which I do understand that feeling sometimes. There's a little kind of a palm leaf on here and some little flower shapes and a book and some hearts. Get a little tracing in here for you. Just one more page, or two. And then there's a little pretty wrapped pages book review where you can write the title, the author, the genre, your star rating, and would you recommend it. So I don't know if they want you to like send that back to them or something. There doesn't appear to be any way to do that, but I guess if you just want to make your opinion known, you can do that. Good little clippy. Okay, so I think now we're down to the actual book. Let's see, are you ready? Okay. Here we go, unveiling the book. Oh my. This has a very, very cheesy cover. Okay. I would probably not choose this book if I saw it on the shelf. It is called Me Before You by Jojo Myers, a novel by the author of After You. Okay, so Me Before You is the sequel to After You. This is apparently a #1 New York Times bestseller, now a major motion picture. More than 6 million copies sold. Oh, to be devoured like candy between tears, says Oh, the Oprah magazine. Okay. Okay, I'll try not to judge it by this very dramatic looking cover. If you've read this book or seen this movie, let me know. I have such a tendency to just start out poking fun at romance novels, so forgive me for that if you're someone who loves romance, or if this is like your favorite book or something. So let me see what it says on the back. Let me see. Adjust myself here. It says, funny, surprising, and heartbreaking, a thoroughly entertaining novel that captures the complexity of love. Louisa Clark is an ordinary girl living an exceedingly ordinary life. Of course she is. Steady boyfriend, close family, who has barely been farther afield than her tiny village. She takes a badly needed job, working for ex-Master of the Universe, for ex-Master of the Universe Will Traynor, who is wheelchair-bound after an accident. Will has always lived a huge life. Big deals, extreme sports, worldwide travel, and he is not interested in exploring a new one. I guess, a new life. Will is moody and bossy, but Lou refuses to treat him with kid gloves, and soon his happiness means more to her than she expected. When she learns that Will has shocking plans of his own, Lou sets out to show him that life is still worth living. Me Before You brings to life two people who couldn't have less in common. A heartbreakingly romantic novel that asks, what do you do when making the person you love happy also means breaking your own heart? Oh man. Okay, well, we'll see. This is probably not a book that I would choose of my own accord. But that's the whole thing with a mystery book. You know, you never know. You might be given something that you wouldn't think you would enjoy, that you would enjoy. I think I will have to wait until, like, spring to read this, though, because it sounds sad. And I kind of make it a rule not to read any, like, super heartbreaking, sad books in the dark of winter because things are bleak enough. Okay, this is our first mystery book, Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. Let me know if you've read this book or if you've seen this movie, if you know anything about it. Do a little page flipping for you here. Yeah. I do think that it's a cool, I do think that this is a cool idea. And might as well give you the tapping here. And I do like all the little goodies that came with this. I like my little stickers. And that is fun. Okay, so this was number 1. Like I said, I received 2 of these. This one is a little bigger and heftier. And doesn't have as much stuff taped to it. So it actually makes for a little bit nicer brown paper sounds. I think I'm going to actually go ahead and take off this ribbon. Should I just untie it? Untie the ribbon. Untie this ribbon. So that I can take it off the sides. Oh, this is kind of like taped to it, I guess. Oh, I thought this was a ruler, but I see now that it is a bookmark. It's like an acrylic bookmark with a little tassel on it. Will it come off? Oh. Okay, it's got some double-sided tape on it for sure here. How much sound all that will make, but that is pretty. It's got little pansies on it, and a carnation, and a fern, and I can give you some tape sounds here. For people who like that, might as well take that as well. Okay. Sticky, sticky, sticky. Got this cute little bookmarky here. Matches the pink mic cover. That is a cute little bookmark. I like that. Okay, now this one says... Oh gosh, friends. This one says that it is a romantic novel. It says it is a beautiful story about living life to the fullest. So I hope it's not the same book. That would be really funny if it was. It has a 4.22 star rating on Goodreads and is 423 pages. Okay, well, since this doesn't have quite as much stuff on it, I will give you a little more of the brown paper wrapped books here, book sounds, which are nice, I have been doing a lot of reading this winter. I've been reading library books. I just finished a really trippy 70s sci-fi novel called The Lathe of Heaven by Ursula K. Le Guin, which I talked to one of you about in the comments once, and it was really trippy and surreal, but very good, and I liked it. And right now I'm reading The Blue Castle by L.M. Montgomery, who wrote Anne of Green Gables. And this is another one of her books that I've never read before. And it's really good. It's really funny. And it is actually a book about living life to the fullest, but with a very unique premise. And I would recommend that. Maybe I'll talk about that book a little more if I do a library book review at some point. So, those are some of the things that I have been reading. So, let's see. Maybe I'll use my pen. I'll unclick it here and we'll do a little... It's kind of a cool texture of this paper that is a romance novel. We'll do a little... Yes, live life to the fullest. Okay, well now I'm just really curious. I mean, it couldn't be the same book, could it? These are definitely from two different places. And this feels like I guess this is still a soft cover book, but it feels a little sturdier. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Are you ready? Should we do it? Let's just do it. Sometimes I take a really, really long time in my unveiling type videos, but we are definitely going to be doing this again next month because I know my library will do this again, so this won't be our only chance. Okay, well, maybe I will, just to give the scissors a little action, you know, for those who like scissor sounds. Open that up a little bit. Do the scissors on this side. And then maybe I'll do the tape peeling on this side if I can do it. Okay. Now we've got some tape to peel right here. Okay, let's see. In this book we have... Ooh. This sounds dramatic. The Edge of Never by J.A. Redmersky. Very dramatic, a novel. The Edge of Never. Okay, this one says, 20-year-old Cameron Bennett had always been one to think out of the box, who knew what she wanted, who knew she wanted something more in life than following the same repetitive patterns and growing old with the same repetitive life story. And she thought that her life was going in the right direction, until everything fell apart. Determined not to dwell on the negative and push forward, Cameron is set to move in with her best friend and plans to start a new job. But after an unexpected night at the hottest club in downtown North Carolina. How can it be downtown North Carolina? North Carolina is a state. It doesn't have a downtown. What city in North Carolina are we talking about? Okay. But after an unexpected night at the hottest club in downtown North Carolina, she makes the ultimate decision to leave the only life she's ever known far behind. With a purse, a cell phone, and a small bag with a few necessities. Are they going to tell us the whole book? Cameron, with absolutely no direction or purpose, boards a Greyhound bus alone and sets out to find herself. What she finds is a guy named Andrew Parrish, someone not so very different from her and who harbors his own dark secrets. But Cameron swore never to let her walls down again, and she vowed never to fall in love. But with Andrew, this is a long description, but with Andrew, Cameron finds herself doing a lot of things she never thought she'd do. He shows her what it's really like to live out of the box and to give in to her deepest, darkest desires. On their sporadic road trip, he becomes the center of her exciting and daring new life, pulling love and lust and emotion out of her in ways she never imagined possible. But will Andrew's dark secret... There's always a dark secret. Why is there always a dark secret? But will Andrew's dark secret push them inseparably together or tear them completely apart? Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, we've got what sound like two pretty romance novels. Contemporary romance novels. I usually like, with romance novels, I like older, like way older, you know, like 100 years ago, older, that they were written. Love stories, usually better. But it was fun to open up these two books with you. So we have The Edge of Never. And yeah, man, this is a hefty book, but the print is pretty big, so I don't know. My sister-in-law, because she got one or two of these for Christmas too. We were like, oh, maybe we'll read them and then swap with each other. I might end up skimming rather than reading these, but we'll see. I shouldn't be so judgy. I know I shouldn't be so judgy about romance novels. Maybe these are fine. Who knows? Okay, so we have this one, and then this first one, the little paperback, Me Before You. There was just a bird at my window. Okay, and then we have, the fun little other things that came in these packages. We have our brown paper packages, and these fun bookmarks. Like the bookmark. And this bookmark, the little acrylic bookmark. And my hot chocolate packet, which I am kind of more excited about than either of these books. I'm very grateful to my sister-in-law and my mother-in-law for buying these for me. It was very, very sweet of them. And the idea of it, I think, is very, very cool. So regardless of whether the books end up being any good or not, I may just, give the books back to them, which is probably what I would do anyway when I was finished with them. Or else put them in the little free library at our library. But before I do that, I will see if they want to read them, since they bought the books to begin with. Hot chocolate packet. And then I do really like these little stickers. So maybe we'll take this out with a little bit of sticky sounds, sticky sticker sounds. So thanks for hanging out with me, friends. This was just, something random that I wanted to share with you. I've been feeling a little bit, I don't know, ever since the holidays, I've been trying to get back into my groove with recording, and sometimes I don't know, I've felt a little weighed down by the season of January. In fact, I think I want to do a video. I think I am going to do a video, actually, which I might end up publishing before this one, about the fact that January is just a hard time of year. So maybe by the time you see that, I will have already published that, and if not, it will come soon after this, because I think that's something that needs to be addressed. It needs to be given space. Okay, so my little kitty, my little black book reading kitty, and I are appreciative, very appreciative of you for being here with us. Let me know what you're reading. Let me know what you're reading this winter, and I'll keep you updated on what I am reading. So take good care of yourself, rest well, and I will see you